Good morning folks, and welcome to Rugeley Trent Valley on the West Coast Main Line. I am your host, Sim0nTrains, which is the founder of this channel, Sim0nTrains. And this was a very special show that I'm doing today. Will be uploaded very close after I've done it, so it's going to bypass my other shows that I've done, which I am 2 months behind, which I do apologise about that, roughly. But we're at Rugeley Trent Valley. We're doing a very special dive, like I mentioned today, or a documentary, because I don't know if you know, but I think everyone knows by now, there's been 2 awesome people by the name of Jeff Marshall and Mickey Pipe, which I've watched all the stations, the videos that they do, and they are brilliant. You could say they're actually quaint, but I do enjoy watching them, and they've issued something on their channel for today, which is the 12th of August. Now it's called #haveanadventure, which is basically you just go out to a station you've never been before. So problem is though, I've actually been to a lot of stations. I've actually been to Wick. I know they haven't yet, but they're probably going to end it there. But I've been to Wick, I've been to Thurso, I've been to Penzance, I've been to mostly every station. If you see a map of what I've done, which I might upload later in this video, if I can find it, you will see what I've done and what I haven't done. But no, I haven't been to places like Stranraer, if that's how you say it. But there's a station there. I've been through it a few times, but I ain't stopped there. But today we're actually going up north. But I'll explain in a bit, because my train is actually arriving. Here's the 0643 to Crewe. Just trundling in now. And it's a class 350 to 0, 350, 370. And I'm going to hop on this now and get my train to Stafford, which is my next station. I usually park it here.
Welcome aboard this London Midland service to Crewe.
He's not hanging around.
The next stop will be Stafford.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon, and I do have a hobby. And my hobby is that I'm a rail enthusiast. Basically, I'm a train spotter. And I also enjoy travelling to different places by train. I am not on YouTube to make myself famous. I do these shows for basically fun. And if my journey is going to plan or not, guess we're going to have to watch this show to find out. Welcome to Sim0nTrains Railway Journeys. Just now approaching Stafford. Yeah. honestly, I wasn't expecting this to come into Stafford. This is a Class 37 diesel locomotive. My train's about to come in a second, so this is going to stay until my train leaves. But I don't know where this is going to. I'll probably find out later for you when I've summarised the finale off. But yeah, it's nice to see a test train at Stafford. This is Class 37, 37175. Our train should be just put around the corner in a second. I know it was at Rugeley, which is south of Stafford. But anyway, it's been in a minute, so we on this train can we get it go to Crewe. I could have stayed on the train that I got off on at Crewe, but this one gets in quicker than the one by Stoke-on-Trent. As you can see, we're about passing Crewe Battle Hall. Just on the approach to Crewe now. And I'm also actually doing some live updates on Twitter as well. Hello again. As you can see on we're actually speaking on Twitter and my diary. As you can see on Twitter, I'm actually doing some filming. Well, but Crewe Battle Hall's now hidden behind some trees. And you can see we're on the approach to Crewe. Slowly approaching Crewe. We put us on platform 12. There's 39047, click Sergeant. Oh, they put us on 11. Lovely, I figured about 35 minutes to wait in Crewe. See, I brought a bacon roll. I don't have time to eat it because that 37 showed up. The driver's only got out, so I've got time to get to the event. Anyway. Our next train will be the 808 off here to Carmarthen. And that will be the last train before we reach the destination that I've never been before. I know it's not Newport, South Wales, because I've already been there so many times. As you can see here, there's a class 153 arrived. You can see this is cute. Unlike the Pi People mover, that class 139. Look at this thing on the network. It's also named the Ecclesbourne Valley Railway, 150 years. Oh, I need that nameplate. Anyway, we're at Crewe now, and we're waiting for our last train to take us to our final destination. All will be revealed when I get off the train. Unfortunately, that class 37 that was at Stafford has come up to Crewe. Now it's in the depot. Oh, there's the WAG, which is one of my trains that I'm going to get at this location today. That's a class 67 diesel right there. It's going to come in there, it's going to go to Shrewsbury, then on to Chester. There we go, here's the station. We're just pulling into Nantwich.
When you got diagnosed, they kind of basically sent into Australia, like not going to do anything and everything, and I guess they talked him round into having some treatment. They actually stopped his treatment about 6 weeks ago.
We are now at Nantwich. The next stop is Whitchurch.
Going on it. Okay, Leo, you go first.
Never been here before. This is Nantwich Station on the Crewe to Shrewsbury line, which serves the town of Nantwich in Cheshire. It's on, like I said, it's on the Crewe to Shrewsbury line, 4.5 miles southwest of Crewe. This station opened in 1858 and it was the junction for the Great Western Railway route to Wellington by Market Drayton until 1963. This town was actually considered as a potential calling point for the Grand Junction Railway route between London and Birmingham and the Manchester-Liverpool, but opposition from coaching and canals interests led to their Grand Junction route through Crewe instead. The Crewe and Shrewsbury Railway would end up being the first route into the town authorised by Parliament in 1852, eventually opened in September 1858, and was operated by the London and North Western Railway. This became the part of the busy route, the North West of England, South Wales, modern day Welsh Marches line, to Nanwich and Market Drayton Railway. Later extended Wellington and officially became part of the Great Western Railway system in 1897. The line was busy freight artery, but in pre-grouping days it was also used by the GW Arterial Expresses all the way to Manchester London Road. Passenger services over to Market Drayton line was withdrawn by the British Railway Board on the 9th of December 1963. Freight continued to run for the next 4 years, but the line was also a diversion route during the electrification of the West Coast Main Line. It eventually closed completely in 1967. The track to Market Drayton was lifted in 1970. But Nanwich remains open, but all you get now is a few services from Manchester to South Wales stopping here, and there's, I think every 2 hours there's a Crewe Shrewsbury local. There might be some other services, but that's all you get here. The station building is now an Indian restaurant. There's a ticket machine here, footbridge, an L crossing, 2 waiting rooms, and that's about it really. I know it's 9 o'clock in the morning, but the moon's still out. Talk about a dirty stop out. Now pulling into Stafford station. And I could hear a little tip about this unit, 39141. just let the announcement do its thing
Ladies and
first.
gentlemen, now calling at Stafford, luminacy, please ensure take all driver's license with you once again. This is Stafford.
But this unit 391141 had about 6 years ago, I think it was, back in 2011, actually chartered 2 A-listers Hollywood celebrities. I believe it's this unit anyway. Chartered Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie from London to Glasgow. We're at Stafford now, we're going to be waiting for our train back to Rugeley.
Rugeley Trent Valley, Trent Valley, level, Haverston, ready to
This is St Augustus Church in Rugeley. It's on the way to Trent Valley. Sadly, I do not know much about the churches, but I just want to put it in anyway, so you can have a look at it. And this is the original St Augustine's Church, built roughly around the 12th century. The other one is just across the street there, the current one. I thought I'd just put it in to show you anyway. Before I go back to the railway station to get my final things that I'm looking for the day, I'll just give you a brief description about Rugeley, which is where I live. Never ever done that. Hang on, there's a fly. There we go. It's a historic market town in Staffordshire, England. It's also a mining town as well. If you go to the Globe Island, there is 4 statues of miners through different eras. But It lies on the northeastern edge of Carrick Chase, next to the River Trent, which we'll pass over in a second on our way to Rugeley. On our way to Rugeley Trent Valley station, sorry. Situated between the towns of Stafford, which is about 9 miles on the train from Trent Valley, Lichfield and Uttoxeter, and the population 2001 censored about 22,724 people, including people from Brereton like myself and Etchin Hill. The place Rugeley is actually also twinned with a town in Western Springs in Illinois, in America. And in July 1962, the town made telephone history on national television when the chairman of Rugeley Urban District Council made the first telephone call by the new Telestar satellite to the mayor of Western Springfield. We're going back to the railway station now because there's a greater angular DMU trundling through to Crewe, and then it's home time. I'm back at, well, not actually back, but I'm at Rugeley Town, which is the other station in Rugeley that we have. I've come back from Nantwich, as you can see there, Nantwich. Why? Because I was filming trains for a YouTube channel. But yeah, I take this time, before I end it, summarise the ending, to say a big massive thank you for Jeff Marshall and Vicky Pipe, which are all the stations, for this idea that they had to have an adventure. I think it's inspired people decided, you know what, I'm going to take the train today. I've seen people at Pilling Station, which only gets one train a day. There might be some others. I don't know how many people go to Shipley Hill. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I bet one goes to Shipley Hill. I bet one goes. Anyway, Rugeley Town is a little station, not like Trent Valley, not like a major station, even though it's unstaffed. It has a footbridge, has a permit machine, purchase machine, and a ticket machine. That's it, and waiting shelters. But yeah. So today, to summarise my adventure, is that I started at Trent Valley at 6:43 in the morning. Went to Stafford, got a 37 there. Then I went to Crewe, got the 37 again, and the 67. It's basically been all the loco hauls, all the locos today. But yeah, it has been quite good. Then I went to Nantwich, which was a station never ever been before. Quite enjoyed it actually. I only went there because of a charter train passing through. Before then, there's 6 trains in an hour, so that's why I'm going to go to do that. Then I went back to Crewe to get that charter train leaving, and I've just come back here. Oh, I've got a greater angular unit passing through as well. People that don't know me, I'm a rail enthusiast. Not like a big star rail enthusiast, just like not like an Ivor Peters or Jack Bosket or any of them. I'm just like a person who makes videos for his YouTube channel, that's all. But I started this since 2009 with photos, 2010 with videos. Been doing this for about 7 years for a YouTube channel. Anyway, but yeah, I started my own documentary in 2012. But you can feel free to watch it. I know people don't like it, people like it, it's up to you. But anyway, I am rabbiting on a little bit, and I do that and I apologise for it. But like I said, once again, I like to thank all the stations for the inspiration for haveanadventure. I'm going to submit my photo off when I get back and edit this video. But when I usually do these YouTube shows, I try and do them in a good hour. My shows. But this one I'm trying to make 20 minutes, short it down a little bit. Anyway, so I'm going to end it now after a successful warning. After getting some interesting stuff. I did explore the Antwich Trail because I'm not really a town explorer, but I have showed you a bit of Rugeley just to show you where I live basically. But that's it. So my YouTube channel is Sim0nTrains. You can follow me on that if you like. I also have a Facebook page called Sim0nTrains Rail Journeys. I don't hardly post on that anymore, but give that a like if you want to. I'm on Twitter at Sim0nTrains, which is where this video is being shared to. I'm on Instagram at Sim0nTrains, and that's it really. So I'm going to end this show. This is what Rugeley Town looks like. Very basic. There's even a bird sitting there. Mind you, the bird is the word. Don't worry, I'm not going to start singing bird is the word. But thank you for watching, thank you for taking the time to watch. And thank you very much. This is me done.